The parts of the yoga activity, it has 5. The first is the yoga of eating. And second is the Tsok Choba, or the yoga party or Tsok offering. Third is the yoga of the fire puja, or the jinsek in Tibetan. And third is Tsiju Choba, offering the tents. And then the Lamen Elchu. The yoga of the two, or the cleanup, that's not that important. Even if you didn't have a wash up, you could still begin your session. For the under the Yoga Tantra, that they would not take the cleanliness as the one of the most important parts. But rather, they take the inner yoga as most important. So not have the concept or toba as concept of the clean or unclean. Like in Tsok, you see that the Brahmin and Shudra, or the low caste and dark and so on, all being equal. But yet, though it is the way it is, but yet there's a lot of the gains or merits from remaining clean. Best of all, that you are very active, and there will be less sleepiness, dozing during the session if you're clean. So if you choose to do but still, if you do the cleanups, you can do it exactly where we had the one guru receiving initiation and crowning ourselves with the head of the family. That's you visualizing yourself as deity. Then you invoke the entire deity of the Heruka. And as you know, as we discussed just yesterday, that those who keep the doors and corners, they evict the obstacles and those who hinder the receiving of the initiation, and then they confer the initiation, purify all the negativities, and you are adorned with the remaining water. It adorns your head with the namnang or the berazan along with concert, and you can do the complete version as explained yesterday. So we had it yesterday, right? So we don't need to go in detail about it here. But the neljo of the kase or the food is very important for us. Since we can't live without eating or drinking, because then, since we have to depend on eating and drinking, that if we drink or eat anything through the passage of our throat without the yoga of the eating, that every bite we swallow, we break or we create infraction, or we cause a secondary root downfall. Every bite we swallow, we create a secondary root downfall.
In
a simple seating for a meal, we bite at least 15 or 16 bites, and so we end up creating about 15 or 16 secondary root downfalls. The one secondary root downfall of Tantra is the far heavier than for a bhikshu to break all of his 4 root vows, or they creating all 4 downfalls 18 times. So you place your meal just right next to you, and like where you do the 5 puja, or you bless it first. For instance, from the yam there appears wind, ram, 5 mandala, and so on. So now you bless your food where you bless your inner offering, and that you know well by now. And since we have to eat with our 2 hands, then can believe that our 2 hands are the Kang and Sagluk, which meant those two silverware they used during the 5 puja, with which they pour the butter in the fire, that we should take it. The mouth. So take the mouth as the fire of the fire offering, and then put everything inside it as if you're making the offering into the fire. So, and then they try to think that Slibulipam, which is the quintessence or embodiment of all the lamas, all the meditation deities, and all the object of refuge. To that Slibulipam, you offer the very essence of the food you partake of. Or you also make the offering of your food to the deities of the body mandala, which you have at the center of your heart. So, if you have trouble to visualize your hands as the scoop and then another container inside which you pour during the fire initiation, sort of fire offering, and then the mouth as the fireplace and so on, then you just visualize the food as a nectar.
Dozija ma sai shabadela mege ta yebro chanani hinga hunda bangi de gaine teljiyo dan telenolo la lama chwanyale che thogen ne choshin yongzo de na joyu be mebaje nanda ge zen medo zimbabwe nge chi sangdo.
So now then regarding of viewing your food as the nectar, then you can visualize at the center of your heart as you have that there's a ball, right? Right above the syllable there's ball. Inside that you can visualize the entire field of merit field, if you are capable of doing the visualization of the Lama Chöpa, and at the top of the Nanda then have a little flame of fire.
Ane sawa gong de de sa kada ne ma ro de zi dang ni chi dang ma gang yi ba de me ge tele na ge lama yi dan so shin yong zo la pu to nie ba ji che ba ya bu be to je be de dong chu me mi ba je ni mo ji ning ji yo ro ni de da rang ge be ko ro se be ko ji ba yo ro rang ge di ba gang ge lo nan da zi me de ge me ra chi de me do dong ja ne ko ge ji ba da gang ge si me ba je mi ba je na ji ra ya wu yo de.
And try to think the nectar which you partake of, the food you partake of in the form of nectar, then which divides up itself into two as the essence or refined, and the sediments, the refined part of the nectar, you offer to the entire object of merit, that is the merit field of the Lama Chöpa at the center of your heart, and then the sediment part is burned by the little flame which is on top of the Nanda. So doing that in the form of like especially that if that food is offered as with respect by someone, then that becomes a wonderful way of purifying the core. There is such a debt.
That yem jogunamendo na ral hache. Kase duzi sawe kodo lala piwa yin samba jesha na pen yore.
So even that becomes a little bit beyond your capability, then you visualize yourself as a deity and partake of the food as making the offering to the deity.
This one. That rebe tama do chegu chuna. Ta rangi sago yung mele kala tego yung mele kala tego chune se dizile mu ranya laje me kore laje pa lale pu lale ran lale pu me lale pu ve mi ba jana pen yore.
And that when you have to eat food for yourself as well as offer to other human, then also visualize yourself as deity as well as the other partner or the friends or that human, and you partake the food oneself as a deity as well as you offer the food to another deity with that respect or regards.
Tine chene chujele tongjume ne jele yangle longa ji oma yune oma ahun che digre oma ahun che langso chudu tongda chudu zi yimba je ran la je la lu zi phe mi ba je sha na pen yore.
So if we could do in such a manner, even if we have just a glass of water to enjoy, but we really get a tremendous benefit of making our offering of nectar to the deity. And if you can't bless that water with the complete version of the blessing or inner offering, but at least with the Ahung and partake with food.
다 대가 전에 조도 가고 요래. 타마 마저 손나 세 그런 하지 랑야 하지 사회고도 라당시발이 20바 팀베 탈라 팀베 뭐 제자나 어다 배 니바 해지지래 pen시라니 유명미시 잘 전부 유지래.
So now I do hope that we will have at least that much of the time to spare to think and before we eat. And if even that gets too complicated or too big, then you can just at least try to think the food as the deity, as well as yourself as deity. And when you partake of the food, you receive food as the reception of the wisdom beings into the commitment being.
That's the nature of the Kachamore. Tabarichi just Mazan de Tomare. Savay Shola Sosu Dijun Juro Chena, Shola Sosa, Shola Divajun, and Koya So Yungri. The Majava Jabame Goyan Chena, two Chusula Dish, the two de at the Des Leomari. Des is Madu Mavaza, Missip Hatchery Trolla Dang Shabari.
So, the eating of the yoga, that eating yoga, plays a very important role in our practices if you really observe it very clearly or very properly, objectively, because we can't live without eating. So since we have to eat to live, so thus that we should be very careful and to eat that scrupulously, and then it will be very helpful, and especially doing in such a manner we can accumulate or earn a tremendous amount of the merits and purify a large portion of the negativities and so on. That otherwise, if we are not careful during our day-to-day other activities, then it wouldn't be very substantial. We can't get very far at all. You just check up how much time we spend in the actual session and how much time we spend out of session. The actual session is so small, there's so little that any kind of substantial realization or the accomplishment gets real tough.
Mesi Chola don't study and to just study Pemba member Chola in the Jigriva, the Salomado Sabat, Nimi Chimbu Yori, Diva Chajang, Diva Chimbu Yori.
So,
Niba Bumbu is a Nimajila Bumbu Kasu Jungumari.
And if we don't do it properly, then even though we maintain sessions, that we will find that our whole of our life has gone waste if we are not careful in those. Like just see, that if every bite we take in without doing in such a manner causes a secondary root downfall, then how many secondary root downfall we create each day and how heavy it is, just assess for yourself.
Then the Lacho or the Lacho, the Nanjuma Lacho, Yang Dimjo Lacho, Dinjo Lujin, the Kaina, Lacho, the Puruchilang, Ma Tigo Santi, Lachi, Keshen Chiajimare. That shouldn't travel Siajin to go.
So, the hand puja that I will teach you, and that has to be taught with the doing it with hand. It is not the verbal instruction. We have to do it with the hand puja. Now next is Chiri Chopa.
Chiri Chopa Denjo Luji Chang Suki in the Chiri Chopa Sakitibu on the Tija Shaman, Regi Tisha Denjo Jingo Noti Mado, Ziba Penshi Ti Guamari, Latu Zaniga Hanel, Tizon Juni, they jump. Then the Chiri Chopa de Lavachin, Lavagi, Devala Medo Goyata, Medo Puyata, Koet Ze Puyata, and the Dobat Jeshu Jesan Daria Lone, Bene Susu Medo Puyata, Gangachi, then it Tama Lavella, the Rangichu, Martia Rabuda, then it's all Puyata, Jebuchiori. Naju Mala Chiri Chopa, the Negi Jebu Chovat and a Mendo. So, Daliti, Vejiran Cheshetu Marsha, where Mendo.
So, Chiri Chopa. Now that Chiri Chopa, please get the Tibetan down. Chiri as the external and Chopa as puja, but that is quite lengthy. That you arrange on a ground, then you on a plain place you draw the mandala. You don't need the complete, but at least you need the inner portion of the mandala drawn on it. And then with your left hand and placing the flowers on the right places, with the right mantras and so on, and blessing of them on your hand. Then finally, your hand, which you generate in the form of deity and so on, you're receiving them back into your body. So, which you will not go in detail. It's
다 치료 쳐봐도 근데 제거했으나 배셔 나라 네 송요래 지상제 배상의 제베 단주진 냐소는 쇼 송요래 지상제 배상의 제베 단주 나라 단주 코라마던 사니 다 초지 쳐봐 자우 송야지 소지지마도 소주 누지 야 계셔 요마래 소자마도 요마래 대매와 이제 조조 단주이 말해 단주 렘발라 레루멘을 해야 요마래 당 무슨 레루멘이 속에 단주 말렘바지 루셰지 버 친구 루네
so now the Chiru Choba, again I gave you that title, right? The Chiru Choba. In the text it is not very clear.
님조라 Chiru Choba 두순 Choba 니요레스
두순 Choba.
두순
No,
제류니 두순 Choba 되어래
in Hiruka there are two Chiru Chobas. One Chiru Choba and then Tusum Choba, triangle offering, the triangle offering, or Tusum, the three-corner offering. And in the Yogini practice, it's not very clear. Whereas in one quote, it says that for the Chiru Choba, please get the title down, for the Chiru Choba, they refer to the text by Sangye Pesang. It says, the text by Sangye Pesang. Sangye.
사마무도 먹고 상지 배송을 제베 이찬나시 단조len 소야지 어리스럽쇼
So it says that do it accordance with the text by Sangye Pesang, whereas in his text, which is how to take the sub-initiation, again it says that do the Chiru Choba here. So it seems that he does not say how and why, how and how to. So thus the taking of the sub-initiation itself is the part of it. And thus sub-initiation you can do only when you have the required retreats done. So for those who haven't, they could do only through the actualization of the Drupchu, which means by accomplishing the mandala, then they could do it.
상지배송 제베 단주 렘바 송요레스 라바 임바 다 단주 되나라다도 단주 코라마 지야마도 텔로스 초추 수지 송요레마 지마 저거 요마레
So as I told Latish.
텔로니 지 참마불랑 거잖아 이 정아 논담 그저 모르
So
데레체다 다 델레게시 셴네 디산 펜바지 셴나 단조레야 델라 레루멘레야 메바디리 치지 쳬베고 쳬니 야부요레스럽시다.
So now we have to take the Danju. And earlier that I was asked, did you say it? I said yes. Then you don't need to repeat since we don't have to count up our numbers. So
제주고도 소표가 찍고 맞아봐체 증거시험.
So during the Tsuju offerings, we can do that now.
제주 멤버이 많이 들거리에 리그거리 전에 리그리. 증거 더 올라 레지 기지들 전부 그 전부 증거 선들 증거도 참 레지를 지잡았던 띵.
So now the that during the sok or even and on other times we could do too, that you arrange the mandala and at center Tsombu Jingo, please write. There was Jinko, Tsombu Jingo, Tsombu, which means the hip, you're placing a heap of rice or something at the center of that mandala, cloth mandala, which you arrange.
다 대가나 강송수特别지자特别나도 정지당 청이 진루.
And at center you pour some rice or some grain, and then above that you have a tripod, and on the top of the tripod you have a cupola or a container inside which you either poured honey or the alcohol.
Then ala duzir buta.
And also you can pour the duziribu, the nectar pills.
Sung duzi chingo che.
That's
Te
the,
gongla tu sundura chingo cham. Shin gongla suja ba. Gogo de kali gong de sha. Re ma buji ko te gongla tu sundura chingo sha. Daju ko na ji ches.
so that is the speech speech mandala, and above that above the skull cup filled with nectar, with the nectar pills, then with the red cloth on top, and above that you place the sindur mandala, that wooden one, with sindur on top, which is the sindur mandala of the mind mandala.
Ta de de to ma sham cheba gong ye ye sham. So sham.
So that you arrange where would you do during your self-initiations, and also arrange all other offerings of the torma and sok and all those other offering materials.
Ta rangen de la pungba na la la me pungse ta sha pi pungsho. Ane na che doji tribu namor chila di sanga che.
And have all the damarus and bell and Vajra and all those sets arranged right in front of you, and also the vase inside which you have the acquired water from the vase of the Lama, and you pour that inside it.
Teni daje to.
Then you say your say your taki or self-generation or sadhana.
Doje dru jingo ko na yin pungba dru.
And just exactly the way you do on long rituals, that you do the front generations, and then also you try to accomplish the vas.
Cheba chije da selo je jeshin jeba pu.
And make a very grand offering of the all offering materials with the required verses, with
Na che jeba pu.
and offer the detailed or longer version of the inner offering.
Ane kajo yala de de to ba shul ka do ishi shimo zo se. To ba de zo son daju go le ba. Daju man de ba che ja le ru me na.
And then Turpa, or the
To ba chane.
long sthana, long prayer. Then long prayer, you say it. Then right after the long prayer, then begins with self-initiation. Then you don't start the self-initiation. You just stop there.
Le ru yo na daju den chogre.
If you did have the if you have done the retreats, then you can begin with the self-initiation rituals.
Daju de yo de ta la to ma phu go. To ma di phu.
So you leave aside the self-initiation, then begin the torma offering.
Den so phu.
Then you make the sok offering.
De sang gi jingo go shoga den de cho cho je shi je par de ko she yore.
Now these Jingo Choga, Kilkor as mandala and Choga as ritual. The ritual of the mandala is very easily readable and placed very well in the right order. You know, the textbook for that is available these days.
Ada de ji ge in ji chiri cheba sene de cho chu sene de ru chu sene de choga je shin je ba cho sa ya ya bu ji yong gre.
So then, doing in such a manner, you get a very grand offering or done, which could be named as Chiru Chopa or Tupchu, accomplishment of the mandala, which we could say as accomplishment of mandala or Chiru Chopa or Tupchu.
Da cho phu de da cho de be challenge ju ba zang ma cho phu cha de cho la ma dong bo ru la ge sha phe be ge shi she ji yo ma ri ci ka zhe ci zhe ji ji yo ta na sing gu de ba chen ji ge zhe je chu gu ma ri ni ba chi mu yo ri.
So, sok offering. During your sok offering,
cho ya phu gu ro ba phu cha no cho be ja cha su na an cho la ma dong gu bo ru de la de lam shi bu yo ri.
so sok offering, we should maintain a very proper contact throughout. Especially that after we have made the salt offering, as you know that when we made the salt offering, and from then till we give out the remaining out, that we are never supposed to involve in any kind of mundane conversation or any kinds of the conflicting arguments or any kinds of the even that argumentative finger pointing at each other or snapping at each other by the finger. Though we are not supposed to do any of those, and we have to maintain a very strict manner.
난제가 소리 따바 표고 인사 다 강가로 제가 겸을 붙이래. 다도 자루마도나 제주라 주지고 이제 메시지에 잡이 초요 말이. 대해서 소표를 예주마시 제야 알리도 몰라마도 공주고도 매표표 쇼시아 될라주. 차순세 대쇼 아니 멤버 유레런디 시아마다 대조바다가 라마 공주고도 소표표 쇼스라 아니 대쟁하다 자지전서 예선도 쇼고래.
So now that every one of you or every one of us, we have always made the salt offering and so on, and we are a senior practitioner by now. So every day that to go the easiest way or the fulfilling the least requirement, that would not work. That simply would not work and will be waste. So we need some improvement, and so improvement and progress we should show. And also that when we make the offering, first we have to obtain the permission that we could begin with the following salt offering and so on.
So 사송주는 저버지그리 공제가 너무 덩그리 공제조 손은 소별 자배고도 아니 메송그 소별 자고도 소별들라 울소 예서 발라 이놈도 만다나 통 리베고도 소야 조주간의 상대에 사야 강인버데 예고지 통주 강인버 용을 자고리 처리니를 지지어 말이요.
So and when we set the whole version of salt offering, and as you do realize that three of us stand up and make the salt offering, right, with chanting, and at that time the main salt should be at the center, and at the right side there should be the bala, a name for the meat. There's a secret name for the meat. We don't we call bala, and on the left mandana or the alcohol, and also when you arrange the salt on the altar, anything edible should go on the right, and anything to drink should go on the left side of the table.
So 야 도바보 예응을마 포샤다 예응을 모샤다 대요나 예응을 사주된 거라죠. 예응을 통해야 된 거라죠. 첫째냐지 여디 체스케요 말이.
So then they exchange the tunes, right, of the offering. You say something, and then the reciprocal chanting comes back, and again you say the following verses and so on. Then if there's a separate section taken up by the ladies and the gentlemen on the other side, then you should pass the edibles towards on the right and drinks on the left. That's where the ladies are. And if everybody is sitting in a mixed kind of, then it doesn't quite matter how you pass it.
So you call Sinetina. So Pugan Drubabu Pomuni Sangre. Pomonija, the Jimatal Gore. Nanjoba Pojita Mojing about the Gore. Yaman, Jayoma, Jimaluna, and Soba Malon Songre. Jadam put yelde, Moyelde, Nsoguchovato. Don't so much ever gole, Poyo Satinima Sayang Holiday. So Chandant Julite. Moyo Sala Tunju Sojang Holiday. So Sajut Julite.
So salt offering and the salt color or the circle of the salt offering in such a case, then there should be presence of the both male and female practitioner, and not less than 4 each in each member. So there should be at least 8. And in such a case, that if the ladies are on a special section, they pass the drinks on their side first, drinks on them, and then edibles later, and on male side, offer the edibles first and drinks later.
In Tsoma Debe Gudu, Tsosha don Soshan Yandu Kene, Labat Jury de Goni Tegua de Guamari.
So, some that when they pass the alcohol and the method of alcohol and the meat, they just try to pass it like crossing their hands and so on. You do not need to do that.
Today, Google in the Trasali Yoguri, Jota Termini Yoguri, Suchil Maba de Nevado, the Suzo in the day.
So, if you do need to do that, then it should be also done in the monasteries and in the upper and lower Tantric colleges. We do not have it there. Then I think who introduced it here?
Adi Madiche, the Madidela Madiche, or this Sechi Kene.
So some even though it looks very cumbersome, but they seem to try real hard to get that crossed.
Shatia Domuni Shaba Yana Ceylon Lamu Shatazo Robusito Yana Terechi the Moon somewhere. Mambo could marry to it, she do tell you, Gasha Zono Chivri. So good Zella Zono Johnson, Dibachimbuori.
So the meat which we offer, that try to at least have it fried or boil it a little bit, so that it looks clean, or at least it looks a little aesthetic. That when it's raw and looking, then some feel a little unclean or uneasy, and if they feel unclean or uneasy on such a substance, that it's really a big, that's sinful or negative, So that's we should try to do it in a proper way.
And Changde, those are Gangazu Juju, they were Ganga La Inza, Salamavachi, Mezama Namto, Chechogu Marivati, Maratu Labana, Kashan Lava Chugumari, Kabaina Pareja, the Baba, Chele Yuinza, Gasha Nato Sabazu, Ganga Zugu, the Tungjo Matusan, so not Jigri, Kashe, Chigravati. Tenejuna called Deva Chimbasagri. Toman Chuju de Ragra, Tis Lu de Dirivati.
So when you pass the alcohol around, then make sure you have a spoon with you so that you can pour and distribute with the spoon rather than asking everybody to dip their ring finger in it, That then some might feel, that do I really have to drink that? They rinsed fluid of everybody's finger, because we can really assure that everybody has a clean finger that day. That some must have, but some could have that touched a lot of other things that are unclean, and if they feel unclean, then that causes, we give a chance, we cause him to create lots of negativities. So one mustn't have any bad attitude toward the soul, so at least we can find a small spoon and distribute with spoon.
Choyoki Abuja, Tomaya Riduni, Tutabu, Cho Monora, Sangma, Ganga Chan saw the Choba Gertsan, Sanduji, Chuzangji, Sangmaya Gusuar, Tichoyoki Legari.
So have a strict offering attendant that who is meticulous and to arrange everything properly and bless everything with the proper scents and so on. So make it look neat and clean.
Nazuta Sangi, Church Sharuchilia, Tenshu Puri, Mare, Tenshu Marida, Dongu, Pirabuji, Dongu Kusho Pavalusek, Dongu Don, Dongu, Gishi Dongu, so Puguri. So Puni, many singing considerable together. So John Ara Shidamji New de Vajra Yondra, Ara Konja Mabra do Yondra. They don't know ne cases said, machines don't yagi, sit Shidanchi Akushaimare. She let it on your sit Shidanti Akusha, they dishabure. Yagi, Choyo Gidubasa Lagin your ticket there, Apu in the creature, she sit in the Kalikongalu, they are any Lama de Asia. And so period and do.
So, in our monastery, the ones during one of the ceremony by the Papa Lose, he's a Rinpoche, and his own Siam Dochan was there too, and it was during for one of his Jishi degree of ceremony, and we had offering, you know. Then there was a little mix-up that we had a little. I think somebody had a solution with a little content of alcohol in a bottle, and somebody got it mixed up with a varnish, and which they used to, and he sent the bottle of that in, and then we had an attendant who had lots of freckles on his face, and him being, you know, trying to be very meticulous, that he just poured a half of that in a skull cup and arranged that on the altar, and remaining on the just on the altar for the rest of us.
Cheyo Tavaganzer Basachi, Timiji, Lagachilon, Lambudici, so Hukan let Jamacho, so we Saltaga Kumitsu Lane, so Sujo, Kali Kure, Sulan, Tomaji Kane, Judge Muchil Chipu, Mandu, Judge de Juyor. Muchi the chairs, Mangura Mabra. Sure, Karcha Shed, then I can allude. Conserve, Chi Tumba about the Shuchi. That is carrying the much. Sure, none so that Zonaja Sure Chogumari. Masha and cannot Sashaja Riomido. And poverty is a rage, ready can lose, real corona, or again, Tunshavanda, Lamsa. That Pajuma de Shutibu, Kuzukashijo, near all the Kushimeyu. Kuzimel lose. Kuzimel told the Kashu Savana, you could educate on the rate in the Malusha on this. And then Lagin get Tribeco Sel Pusani Yaja, and Rabamal, Yata Deli, Demaso. The next year, I answered that Kari into some. Make sure Kashira Sagudu, Nemi Idorva, she would Sagudu. Chuchikish joy. Chuchtoy. Chutone Pengundo. The Kari Ara Ribechoy. Resa. They have to treat them out of the Yabuchi Marta and the two Mardon showing.
So that then he poured that in a skull cup and left that on the altar, right? When the whole offering was over, then that man I told you who has lots of freckles, you know, he also sometimes he has to be a little out of way, you know, in a way. Sometimes he gets a little out, a little showy, show off kind. So he just dipped that with scooped that with a spoon, and instead of offering to his own Xiang Dojang, he offered with the scoop from a spoon in his hand, which his sons took. And I could see, you know, on expression on his face that it doesn't taste good at all. And he just gave it to me, and he said how it tastes. And I had a scoop on my own, and plus that, and it tastes awful. Just it burns my mouth and it burns my lips, and we are not allowed to spit it out. So I had to swallow it down, and then they passed to Tewa Rinpoche, and there are lots of others, and Tsem Rinpoche. And Tsem Rinpoche couldn't tolerate that at all, and he had to spit it out in one of his handkerchiefs. And then that monk, he didn't pass it out, but for the rest of the monks, he left it there. And then I asked that, could I have a glass of water, because my throat is burning because it tastes really awful and it burns. And I got water and then still it keeps on burning. And I asked, are you sure we got the alcohol or anything like that? It doesn't taste quite near at all. It must be a poison or something. And I asked him. So, this is what I meant, that attendant has to be somebody who is very careful, so who take care of the altar well. And also I'll give you another story, that in the Komang monastery of the Debung, that there is a abbot from the Mongolia, Sopo, and he had a student.
Nanzo Sajubadi Isperiluni Paguan Mek. Isperindilla Rugoji, the Tokan Trisha Yorba, Shidaina. That him ever is very Shidan Yabajin Lushanda. Then Cambo Koran saw the Demain, Gitu Beauty, Ara Imbere, Santa Manuza, Timikayu Luji Tumbere.
So he had a student named quite mischief, and there's a spirit, I think that's called. Yeah, that's is one of the petroleum product, spirit, highly inflammable, and so they use that for the stoves, right? And abbot, he had a jar of that or bottle with it in his room, and his student, being mischievous, he thought that looked like alcohol. I should have it, just taste, and he poured that in one of his glass, and he took a sip of it. That spirit, then when we asked him later, when he really looked in a bad shape, I was told that he's very inactive and sort of very lethargic, and it looks that he's not quite drunk, but he's lethargic, and asked that, what did you drink? Then he told him that he drank that from substance in that bottle. And I think it burned his inside, and we couldn't save him. He died. So that when you pass the alcohol around, please make sure you pass it with. Don't let everybody dip their fingers in it, because if everybody dips a finger, then if there are 100 people and the 100th one, he's going to have the fluid which has rinsed the finger of the 99 people. So, and in such a case, then if he feels that he's drinking a liquid which has rinsed the hands of 99 people, then and feels unclean, then that is again one of the secondary root downfall of Tantra. So, please.
Anzo Kashegi, Unzele Tubachite, Choyole Tubate, Tipichannel, Todan Yomari. Tubategun Tanso, Sola don't sign the treachery. Nimusun, the Shizanga dragon a treachery.
So, when you make the sock offering, then when you offer the share,
no, Nericola, Lula, no, ni jeans, Pichacorana Yori.
it says clearly in the text that for the lopen, one guru, one who sits or leads the talk, to him you double the portion, and for the rest there should be a single share. Nobody, that everybody should be uniformly distributed the talk. And if you choose to have somebody offered more, you can do that when the remaining talk given out. Then you can give as many as you want, even 5 or 10 times more to somebody if you favor somebody, and give 10 times more. But during the talk, it says clearly that only one who deserves is the guru, to whom you offer the double the portion, and for the rest, single portion. So not even to one who leads the chanting, that you should have the uniformly offered.
Sola do masabado so big yoya de mabu yone, nolo so sokin sukala deva mado, gochilu the ken jechomari.
Until you have sent out the tokla or the remaining tok offering, that you are not supposed to send out any talks outside the door or the distribute outside other than the participants inside. That even though you can have a large portion left on the altar, but save them on the altar, only participants could have before the tokla is sent out. Remaining talk is sent out.
Na mindugundu sabu kawaisa dudeza kashe sala taba pele sabu tindegi. Sobu ta pugurwa pune solma te mate kone lamsa taba so nda chapudu chi goro julu ke guru ke chelu taba jenda sal pugurdu kashe jenda pele cha so punge tinyo tong etela tire che lo mare.
So sort of that as I being a real traveler, and as I travel all over, and I do see lots of such incidents, that people, right after the talk is offered, that just trying to please somebody whom they know, the moment the talk is made, they try to put some in a clean plate, and they just right away they go rush out of the door to give to the sponsors or benefactor and all others, and one is never supposed to do any of those.
That hitang chegumare deni chog kolbe tando bichale yabuta wundi jawa gesan jasu sung chog tika yore tenalis tana bicha kombudu ngazo tanda bichara gumendo tende nala sebu yosere tiri ta chola do macha bado susu cho ine shogu nalu chilo khirjo mare chilo tando kya yone tando khichogre.
If you want to know more detail about the talk offering, then refer to the text by the 7th Dalai Lama, Gyaltsang Gyatso, that I heard it is very clear in that text, and though it looks very rare, because I still haven't found a copy of that yet, but you should look for it and read. And it's very clear there. And also that even though that is your own share offered, but you are not supposed to take your talk out until the talk is sent out. Talk or remaining talk for the others guests is sent out.
Choga choga kashe nala ayo kashe peshin mendu na phe che sa chori. Tela ani chulu jada kashe ke jike ni sogu de zu ni do go yore. Gashe ke sogu do ma le jizu chogu ma res shin ge jiji zu ni zu ken yore. Ta zu gari ni men mi shen de na phe che ngara zu so do ro ma re. Lama le ya so phu ya de phu ya go ma go ndo ba de ndo cha so na la so phu ge so go la gu sha ma je go de so ta ba ko su ku jo ge den ge chu de ba ku su tu de cha la so phu chi ken le phu go re. So
that in the text of talk it says that one fresh part of it should be also offered. Fresh part fresh part from the talk. And some earlier practitioners, that they, I think, not unable to comprehend properly about the its meaning. Some just try to cut from the tip with a little knife and offer by throwing up, and they said that. Then some started saying to cut a talk with a knife does not look nice, so we should do it with a wooden knife, and so on. But whatever, it does not mean that. But what it meant is to have another share in a clean plate for the object of refuge as well. So make a share for the object of refuge, which you take on a separate plate, and arrange it on the altar as well.
다 초라 도용도용 초라도 만보 자주 면도 등에 비ше 또 초가 고바 말에 말한수 초라디 초라 만보지자 메만고제 초라 만고제 다 제대로 서로 지금면도 지옥에는 서금면도 뒤출로다가 요샤도 야고면도 뒤수에 때네 초라 동행도 지게 디 남에로 비ше 초라도 뉴뉴 때때 루데 뉴레.
And when you keep the little portion of your offering for the chokla, for the remaining guests, right? When you give out a little part of your own share, please don't make it too big, because now this is my personal suggestion, okay? That personal suggestion, because that when we have a huge pile of such an offering and lying outside, it looks very wasteful to me, because the birds don't eat, and since birds and none of the others eat, it does not look nice that such a huge pile of food laying out, and so it doesn't look nice. So please make sure that you don't put too much, just a little part as sample on the plate.
지레레다 초기 고래이네 단도 도주제시 지주요리의 초도 도도 표토나 신들의 편시자 용케 치마레 초사야다 조지 데르다 지주 줘발에 조 초레 샤당 창이 기바도 고르zel라 때문에 거리 중중레.
So now this is very important in terms of the accumulating and earning the merits for this life, as well as, of course, for the merits for the future lives, or the lives that all the lives or future lives, and also in terms of this lives and so on. So that's that talk offering is also one of the primary offering for the Sichuchepa, the offerings which we do on tents.
다 드네 제시리야 제시들이 가시에 먹어지 냐발에 룬데 동손이 제시 하고 괜지로 로지로시제 야부지라나마도 던디셰비 니그마리.
Now the next is about jinsek, or the fire puja, and or burnt offering, so burning fire puja. Now that you have to do only when after you're through with the retreat, and you will need the help of somebody who has done it or who knows it well, and you would not be able to retain that if you try to teach it here. So after you have done the retreat, then you need to seek the help of somebody who has done it.
다 세지 줘봐도 제인도 닌소 망고 요래 제바 제는 다 다기셔야기 두셔디 레롱 요는 단조래 진고심 강제제제 레롱 맨나니 단조요 진고심의 루트는 야다치 다 제바들이.
So now Sijuchepa, that offerings on the tents, and as I told you earlier, that if you have a retreat, the best thing will be to do the self-initiation, complete ceremony of the self-initiation, and if not, as explained earlier, you could do the dupchu, or the accomplishment of the mandala.
드냐 도구 존의 뒤중에 다제는 사소는 되제지 다 젠장 되제 루토네 제버리 마토네 Tujan Ocean Dono General Payments, Dono the General Doma Pu, Tell the Soju Pushana, Ta do the Vichana, Georgia you do to see.
So, or that you can say your sadhana, and then if you have a lots of time, then try to do the front generation. And if you can't do the front generation, then at least you could invoke the deities in front and as a guest, and then you can offer the dharma and all those offerings before them.
The Majuma Chanda Shada Mara, Susu Teotisinche, Tenja Manzo, to say Mever with Telegola, Chichi Chokatono Majuna, to Junha the Sasolo Nurgery. Also, Manha Kellen Jordan, Kellen the Sadu Kellen Jayuna, Yushaji Nogure. Tan Yusaji has in the Choro, Mamodo Chogro, Tingoriza Chogre. Tetonguina, Seju Chabo Kucho Mareti, Seju Majebi Nibayo Mare, Songyore, Pechet Sonyo. Yanchi Jedu, Seju Chabo Koi Chogre, Han Doma de Chobare. Yet and hung Choba the Toba Nija Rigiore. Then the Jushinala, Hana going to Choba Jasiachiori, and had the Choba Rigiore, Sunsuni, Dakari in the Chobo Koshoro, Jenny, Machone, Niba Machon, Jone, Alito, Ozervata, Dubata, Utuna Tusire. So, now the Siju offerings, the top offerings on the tents, that they must do, or sometimes because of the circumstances, because of the non-availability of the right materials, like alcohol, meat, or anything, and because of the non-availability of material or circumstances, because of the irreversible circumstances and so on, if you must miss the salt offering on tents, then you can triple the pledged mantra, triple the numbers of the mantra you are pledged to say. And they're saying that in such a case, that it does not fulfill the having said the talk, made the talk offering, but it saves us from infraction of not making the talk. Infraction of not making the talk. But some say that it also helps that to making the talk as well, since the mantra, it is a mantra, and mantra is the both offering as well as the mantra is both offering as well as the supplication or the praise, as it says in the 14th Tini or the factors, where it says that make the offerings with all the mantras, in which case meant the mantra of this deity and so on, right? So thus it is also the offering. So thus it also helps us to fulfilling the making of top offering as well. But best thing is that do the top offering. That if you can make it possible for yourself that you make the top offering. Yang rideme choba saji song yore. Rideme choba singente pomo trombe chuje mangu be zangma song nga du. Ho tendeji ke ne rideme choba yimba kunzo hama go che da chu ke do ko she den ting ko sha do zhang te gang den te de ju. Ane khala te zo sha dang chang zhe ne. Ha sang lo la kunzo nanju ma yin sam me me che nanju ma che shen ne che sho che. Ho tende je ne che ju ku cho ri so ya ji ore. Da ti ye ko bu ji re yong do ko bu ma re.
So all the name called Rideme Choba, the offering to the Ridema or the Vidyani, or offering to the knowledge ladies, which meant that the inviting about 3 or 5 or 7 the virgin young ladies, and offering them, spreading out the kusha grass and so on, and with the proper arrangement, and satisfying them with the grand offering, especially that of the chang or alcohol and meat. And this also fulfill the having made the soul offering, but having made the soul offering.
체지 줘봐지 양호 체지 망호 체지 전 나르라니니 개그래 초사니 초사바 조적인 양호 체지도 제부지 저버정 조적인 망호 체지 조제 양 난조마다 딤조 니자 된 개인은 양호의 딤조 줘봐지 망호의 난조비 줘봐지 망호의 시려리 양호의 터리 제가 여용이 체지들의 동리잖아 야부시라요.
And so if you are mainly focused for the earning the merits for yourself, then since we do the 2 salt offerings a month on the 10th of the facing moons and 10th of the waning moon, right? Waxing and waning moon. So on the waxing moons, if you are mainly focusing on the earning of the merits, then you can more a grand of type of the offering on the 10th of the waxing moon, and if you are more into the purification of the negativities and so on, then you can make a grand salt offerings on the waning moons, 10th of the waning moon. Whereas if you incorporate the practice of both Heruka and Vajra Yogini, then on the 10th of the waxing moon, have a grand salt offering of the Heruka, and on the 10th of the waning moon, that since the Vajra Yogini is of the wisdom, then have a grand salt offering on the 10th of the waning moon for the Vajra Yogini.
다 로코마 제주강가 마치 강투두제 타만 예매 러베지 대마존에 제다와 양호망군이라 마셔버지 아토메도제 제다와 세야데 번다自动제는 주지베 세버주루니 제는 샤르레 제나다와 주지베 니성나다 주니베 세버주니레다 주지베 정안에 주루니 주니베 정아바도 제한다워레 다도 네 그 기시건주 싱그레 제가 제한다와라 칸도도 되셔레 제한다와 세준이부터서 제한다와라 칸도도 야부체 배 도스 자가로 제토는 야부요레.
So and this is about so in a year that if we could do the salt offering without missing any single day of the salt offering all year round, that will be very helpful or most wonderful, and especially try to do a very grand and proper offerings and proper practices on the 25th of the 11th Tibetan calendar and 10th of the 12th month of the Tibetan calendar. Those that 11th of the Tibetan calendar is named after as Gye Dawa, which means increasing month, and that month is regarded as the day or month of the collection of the Dakinis. So on 25th of that month is a very auspicious day, a day all the Dakinis gather together. And since you have Geshe-la here, and he would know when it is, so you make sure that you have a proper, and whatever virtuous practices you do, that try to do it real and give it the best you can. So I think so I think we won't go too details about the salt offering, and in the Tibetan astrological charts, that as you find sometimes there's 10th missing. If the 10th day is missing, then have it done on the 9th. And if there's double 10 days, 10th, then do it on the earlier.
This one. That teaches the domain choga the share. That domain so the Chidon Doma sending on the Sagumari, Shejumamburi. Then dig a Doma Chana, that because you don't take it. In a Doma to Landema, 도마치 니 주지 기바게 나자 미도 요레데 제다니 시비 베제바노 신치게는 가바치네 도만 지된 데마데 니스도 되그래 지된베 도마단 지된 데베 도마니 요레.
So now next is about the Torma offering of the Torma. Now as you watch on my right and you see it on the altar that we have our Torma on the altar. And Torma, if I go in detail, it could be about between 1 to 11. But if we summarize all the Torma according with Tsongkhapa, they are well summarized under two types, the worldly or the Jigdinba and Jigdinadeba as trans-worldly and Torma. So worldly Torma and trans-worldly Torma according to Tsongkhapa.
다 도마디 너체치는 도마치 샴 제라게 데발레프 마데발레프 가구구디 퓨샤는 리기요. 야.
But you can arrange it in a single container or arrange them in a single container, then you can offer it to the trans-worldly as well as worldly.
다 도메 주차데 가르고아레스나
Now materials for the Torma.
도메 존송네 야고요레.
It will be
손이 야가요레.
It will be real good if we have all the required materials present.
다 조텔라 잠바 트루시 제시아르부티게 세바즈아르부치 세지 고거다.
So first we need the material for the dough, right? Like either out of the samba or the wheat powder or the grind of the rice or the white flour that we need material for the dough. And then the eminent substance that is the eminent ingredient, meat and the alcohol. And also we need the butter and the fat. And we need nectar pills. And we need the garlic and also we need the onion. And we need the bread to go along with them too. And we need the cooked rice. So also cooked wheat or cooked barley. And also all kinds of spices. So all kinds of spices that other than anything poisonous, nothing poisonous. Actually, they prepared as many as that 111 ingredients of different spices, or the different spices, or not really spices. Some are what we will call ingredients, right? Or then that they make a pill too. That it is good to make the Dharma offering at each day of So I wouldn't go into detail about the shapes of the Dharma offering, because that's the way we make it in Tibet, and you could arrange all of them in a container and arrange that on the altar, all these materials.
Tujun Toma Daba Pu Tobati, Kechimure, Pache Sewa, Moru Niba, Moru Be Toyaka, Kangala Ju Zochiri, Tomati.
The offering of Toma each day is very helpful, especially to make the powerful attainments and so on, receiving as fast as possibility and protecting oneself against the obstacles and hindrances and so on.
And Sijula Kiba Mibatu Puguri, Sijula.
And especially we must make the Tama offering on the Tsiju or on the tents.
Leru Nyamba de Pugure, Nimadri Pugure.
And when we do the Lerung Nyamba, that's during our retreat, each day of our retreat, we must make the Tama offering.
Toma Chelo Tene, Nacho, Yale Long, Rale Me, Ale Mego Jibu Satima, Nacho, Chelo Jure.
The way we bless the Tama offering is just exactly accordance where we bless the inner offering, just like the yam, wind, ram, fire, and the three tripods and so on, that as it goes.
Tome Chelo Duna Oma Ahu Hahuri, Tasum,
Whereas
to
bless the Tama offering, if we summarize the blessing of Tama offering, then the mantra I said just now, that Om Ahum Ha Ho Ri, that repeating that 3 times, repeating that 3 times, that is the blessing of the Tama offering.
Tamiba Nimber, Sanjang Jesung, Miba Yusung already. Sedu, Lavanya Dojo Kosun Diriva.
Please watch.
Sedundi, Timandir, Lave Timas.
That's the way.
Dojo Kosu Yubed, Yebed Gola, Yomajad, Javari.
So place your right fist, left hand stretched up and right on the fist of the right hand. Please watch.
Javari, yeah.
That's the Ah.
Hung, sir.
And this for Hung. So to get it.
Tandinala de Andeparula Huncha, he said of the television, Tombo Sudu only was a Toma, Pe Jam. Soba Atru the Toma Dizichinchilla. Somba Huntru the Mambo Pebe, Dai, Imudra, Samadu Chireti, Sebuka Medu.
So now this looks that first with your left hand resting on your right fist, that's from the Om, purifying sending forth the light and purifying, and then second with your left hand.
Om Suduzana only was a train the domain Nijun song. Sudu Adi Gatsiri, Mevachiaki Miri. Agi did Sanwache, Agi Denzenta, Taman Hanji Jung, Tomber Jung. Hung Siadi, Jebetari. Hung Dirva or the Dung Ishigi Sabanza, Hungi, Tomat, Tonio Kangaya, Yatruchu. How is Siadig, Miva Karina? Did it change the love, Dizing or Churubatan, Seba Mabat in a change of Ingro, how is Jashunga Chaja insert?
So that's the mudra for the Hahori. Please watch. That mudra is named as the mudra of the Garuda. Mudra of the Garuda. For the Hahori. Mudra for the Hahori. Mudra of the Garuda.
Hahuri, Hahuris. And that is Jobu Jonamato Rudu Kamari.
So please, you have to do it fast, and so also try to have it within your control. And so there's 3 things which goes along with it. With Om, that is to purify, and with A, it is with Om to clean up. With A to purify, and with Hung to develop. Okay, so with the with Om, through the radiation of the light, it purifies, or sending forth the light, it purifies all the demerits or the faults in the substance, and then the which is a negative, which is a negative, then transform everything into the state of the bliss and void, and Hung, which is in the middle of the two fingers, so two palm with middle of the thumb, as shown earlier, that you develop within the state of that emptiness, then you develop the whole container and the content, the dharma, and then followed by that hahori with that mudra.
That dharma changes the soul of the Druche Jenny Jingo Druja, and Jingo Hasul of Pujuri, Donor Jan Tango Mari, Yoyobari. Druche man Jan Pam, Mr. So Pangile was a true woman, Alama, Jizun Dojina Jumaje, Chow Juni, Bepauda Najuma Patom, Jidemba and Jiden Lindeva, Jidemba class and the Jen Sembe, someone will change.
So, as just noted, that if you do not have an object already visualized in front, then with that mantra of the Pem, you invite all the guests from all 10 directions right in front with that mantra, okay, and make the talk, make the dharma offering. Whereas if you are doing already have accomplished the mandala in front, then you do not need to invite the separate guests, since you have the mandala right there, and you make the dharma offering right before them.
Shotarish Puguiba Pem, women is Seattle, Donor Jan Lama Yidan Sanji Janboker, Chudan Jitan Jumwas, Lama Yidan Sanji Janbo, Karusan, Monet Yidamre. That Chujun Suma de la Chudan Jitan Jumwas, Chujun was in Jitan Debe Sumasuri. Jitan Jumwas in Jidembe Sumasuri. Oh, yeah.
So, now that we send forth the immense light, and then invoke with that mantra, we invite all the guests, right? Then all the lamas, all the meditation deities, all the Buddhas and Buddhisms, and so on, that every one of them who are the object of refuge. And then amongst the Dharmapalas, it says Dharmapalas who are taking care of the Dharma, and Jigten Kyongwa, one who takes care of the worldly. So that means Dharmapalas, and also those beings who take care of the worldly or the Lokapala.
Jirichua, Lokapala, Tali the gods Jatari. Young Nichego. Mono del Rajtu, Tando Sagamari, Ondo Lamjim, but she shared Namatu Digio Mari. Toma Pulu, the young Sancho Shecho. Sancho Dore, that and this Hano Kabumari. Ondo Lamjim, but the only Tanda did Nidre, oh, sure, Ondo Lamjim, Mashamba Chedeo. Today is the Ondo Lamjim, but do what Chishan Guyor. Tanajan, Molon, the Devaja Majavna, Molon don't take war, Molon Javatil and Java, Tangamola, the Tongi, Talindabur, Chosantomano. Oh, yeah, the Buru Sans, any also Molon Devaja.
So now here we will stop for the Dharma discussion on the teachings of the. So more we will have tomorrow. But now what I will do in a following session after a short break is I will go over with the prayer, a long prayer, since we have said each and every day of our life. So if we know, so that's why it will be helpful. So I will go over that with you. And also I will talk a brief discussion about the Wangtun, meaning of the initiation, how to incorporate the meaning of the initiation into our path, in how to incorporate or to consolidate the meaning of the initiations onto the stages of our path or the course. That's very important for us to know, that because that we have taken so many initiations, but we still do not know that on what parts of our course they apply to. So that's why, since it is so important, I'll explain you how to incorporate the meaning of the Wang or Wang onto the Lamti Rinpoche's stages of path until is to consolidate, and then more that will fall out after.
직전에 템바 마누바 개치레 마도바 지게 다산에 기시 라마 베 삼주면 셔버텐데 요레 찔레 셰즈 텐데 라이나 다 로에 경고지 고주 수주 시부메 찔러르 제디 지니러르 제디 제 시라랑 멘도디네 당아라 순디데바 인자 가르치 스스 제보야 텐데지 알린데 바지 저주 아니 가서 하소나 나리 추루다 데바도 하주고 메로사.
So that little teaching on the poor will also follow. Now, the main important thing, that we shouldn't miss much. Yeah, and that's why I'm planning on giving you a teaching on the Dzogchen as well. For that reason, I'm planning on giving a brief teaching on Dzogchen or the completing stages as well, because every time if we take an easy way, then that will get us both nowhere. That if you take the easy way for your practice and so on, then it will that lead us to nowhere. So that's why as we have to do it properly, so I will try to give you a brief teachings on the Dzogchen or the completing stages as well. And most important thing is that for the preservation of teaching, that as long as teaching prevails, that you will find somebody who will teach you. There are lots of other excellent yeshis, and you will have chances to learn from them. And for myself, being of such a matured age, and sometimes I'm quite forgetful, and so on. But most important thing is that we should take everything serious and not do it easy way, but try to do them properly. And then that's why I'm trying not to miss any. And I pass at least message out for you. And if I do have to miss, then I'm planning on missing that on the 6th Yogas of Naropa.
Yeah.
Sanki Shinto Mede Buwai Dogan Nalash Shotam Guru.
Get my chance alone, but the church here could see judgment or that. Jing was a knee was a song.
If anyone needs a translation of the prayer, then the same once more, we're going to be clearing out now.
No good to share to them. Nima soon got any magic shaker. Church shaker, the Southern Dongre, give a longer or did it. Ah. Yeah.